Hello, welcome back. So, as part of Databricks Certified Associate Developer Spark, so we are bringing up the next video, that is data frame joins. That means how do we apply different kinds of join on top of the data frame, Spark data frame. So, before proceeding, if you are new to this channel, we would recommend you to please subscribe and also press bell button for instant notifications. Let's get started. Would be recommending to please pause here for a few seconds and go through these instructions before you proceed, so to get maximum out of this course. So if you're already aware of these points, would recommend you to skip this. And in this video we will be having the course content, which we will explain how to use joins in Spark and what is the syntax to use joins. And also we will be seeing different types of joins with some examples which are based on the real-time scenario, and these types of join we will consider which are most commonly used and also which are important from exam point of view or certification point of view. So now let's quickly jump about practicals of understanding joins with respect to the data frame, right? So first we need to have a data frame. So we are creating a data frame here, the sample data frame. One is the employee data frame. As you can see, we have created a sequence here, sequence data type with some random values, and we are defining the structure, that is what is the column names for the employee column, right? And then finally we are creating the using this sequence data type, right? So we are just doing a dot data frame and we are giving this data type here. So this is a syntax for creating the data frame. So once the data frame is created, as you can see, this is how the employee data frame looks like, which is having employee ID, name, superior employee ID, and year joined, department ID, gender, and salary. So this is a employee data set that we have created, right? Similarly, we will create a uh, the department data set. So department data set is also having a sequence with few dummy values, and it is having a department name and department ID. And similarly we have created a department table or data set as well here. So we have both we have two data sets so that we can comfortably try around the different kinds of joins. So let us start with the first, that is inner join. So the syntax of any join condition, right? So we'll explain here. So the syntax is you need to give the data frame name, the parent, the left hand data frame name, right? And then join. So dot join. So after you open the parenthesis, so entire everything whatever you want to go, it will go inside the join condition, and this will start with the right data set. So employee df is a left data set, department is a right data set. So after that you give a comma. So you need to give the specify uh, the column name, the which you want to join from both the data sets. So from employee you are taking employee department, from department you are taking department, because these are the keys which joins the two data sets here. And here the inner is actually optional, because by default if you want to if you don't specify also, it will be inner join only, because the Spark treats, but if you're not specifying any join, Spark treat is it as a inner join by default. So it gives the same result anyway, right? So this is how the data frame looks like. So this is quite simple. And similarly, let us try with next. So next important thing is left join. So we can call it as a left join or left outer join. From the point of view, Spark point of view, it is both the same. So let us see how exactly this give you the result. So before that, so as inner join, you can see how so it will only take the matching conditions, the records, right, from both the tables. So if there is no matching records between these two tables, so those records only will not be taken. That means there is no concept of nulls only here. So there is no scenario where nulls will come, right? So here you can see, because it is picking only the records which are intersecting, that means which are present in both the tables with respect to this joint condition. So as you can see, like department ID, right? So department ID 10, 20 is there, 30 is there, 40, 50 is there. However, so in the department only 10, 20, 30, 40 is there, 50 is not there, right? So that is why only the first 5 records it is fetching, as you can see, right? The record which is having Brown as a name, so that's not been fetched here because the department of Brown is not present in department table. That is 50. So that is how the inner join works. So now let us quickly jump to the left join, right? So left join, what happens is, so we can call it as a left join or left outer join, right? So let us just try to display this and see what exactly it looks like. So as you can see, left join, that means, so the left table will never be null, but right table, if there is no matching condition, it can go null. So say for example here, the left table is employee, right? And the right table is department, right? So an employee and the column also, the employee department ID is coming from the left table and department ID is coming from the right table. So here, since it is a left join, so the right table column can go null. So the right, so that is why you see the when you are using left join, so the right data set or the right data set here is department, right? So the department related columns can go null. So wherever it is not matching, it doesn't have a department which is matching in the other table. So that is where it goes null. So this is very similar concept where you are using SQL joins, right? It is exactly the similar concept. So there is nothing. So only syntactically we have to understand and see how exactly we have to use these joins, right? So if you understand this syntax, so it's very similar. Like we have inner join and left join we have already used. So similarly, we have left outer join. So left outer join and left join are very similar. So as you can see, almost it's like equivalent we can say. So it gives us the same result. So there is no much difference here. And similarly, we can try the right join and try to see what exactly the difference it makes. So in the right join, you can see there is left table, that is employee table columns are going null because there is a department ID 30 in the department table, right? But that department ID 30 is not present in the employee table. So if you go back and see in the employee table, we don't have any record with a department ID 30, right? So because of that, what's happening here is, so since there is no matching conditions, so here we are using right join. So the right join, right table will have the values, right? But the left table, left data frame or left table columns will go null. So that is the concept of right join. So similarly, if you want to use right outer join, it's the same syntax and almost same syntax. Just need to replace with right outer, and it is very similar operation to right. So it is giving the same results. All right. So now let us quickly jump to the. So these are the just other options that different kinds of joins we have, right? So we have other joins as well. So as you can see, we have tried inner, left outer, right outer. So you can also try left anti, left semi, cross, and self. So and so the syntax will be same. You just need to replace the values and give a try. So practically, if you have any questions, please put it in comment section. So I'll try to answer that. But so the syntax will be same, and you can just play around with other kinds of joins. So just because of the interest of time and to keep the scope to the point, so we are explaining the important joins. So the why we are explaining the inner, left outer, and right outer join is, so these are the most commonly used joins in the industry or in the practical aspects, and also when it comes to certification and examinations as well. So these are the most commonly used joins or asked joins, right? So now let us quickly jump to the documentation and see what the join says. I mean the documentation says about join. The SQL join is used to combine the two relationship based on the join criteria. So that's how it is, right? And if you see the syntax, right? So this is a syntax. so you can use join. So we are using join, but there is other like varieties also, like we can use lateral, we can use natural join. So but that is a little complicated, and in industry it is mostly it is not used in the common scenarios, I would say. So syntax, you can see you can use inner join, you can use cross join, we can use left, outer is optional. So whatever you see is the square bracket is optional. So you can use semi join or left semi join, we can use outer join or right outer join, you can use full join or full outer join. Similarly, you can use anti join or left anti join. So whatever you see in the square bracket is a optional thing, right? So you can specify, like you can see there is a definition. You can through this go through this Spark documentation. You will get a lot of ideas with respect to different kinds of join they have explained here.